Hi. Yeah, I'm not in England anymore. This, what you're seeing here, not England. I'm somewhere else. I'm on a beach. Unfortunately, there's this condition that I'd like to fight but can't. Maybe you can see here along the right side of my face, which probably appears to be the left side of my face on this because this laptop switches everything. I can't help it. Anyway, you see this happening to me here? That's photonic bombardment from this explosion that's happening out in space beyond Earth. It's awful, and it just continues and continues. And sometimes the Earth turns so that we don't have to look at it. Other times, this horrible fusion explosion continues, hereby bombarding me with photons. And it's like, I mean, look at this. Look what it's doing to my eye. My eye is watering because of this horrible event, which will not stop. There's apparently nothing we could do. Anyway, so yeah. Here, I'll point out what these land masses are. Right over here, you've got the, there's some... Oh, you can't see them. We're at the wrong angle. There's some mountains here. The Olympics are over there. Yeah, you can't see those. And there's some other stuff that's around this part, and you can't see that either. And there's a stretch of beach right here, which you can kind of see, and then that's the Puget Sound. Okay. Oh, and there's some rocks over on this side here. There. Those are all rocks. Here's my seat. That's what I'm attempting to sit on, and if anybody asks, I didn't kill a crab, and there wasn't a crab under the rock. When I picked it up and saw the crab and I dropped the rock back down on the crab, killing it, it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it. If they ask you, I did not do it. There's something I really wanted to talk to you about. Okay, now I'm gonna make the screen go black for a second. When I come back, I want you to look at me and see if there's something different you notice about me. Okay, the screen's gonna go black right now. Okay, have you sufficiently had your eyes cleared? This is like a palate cleansing for your eyes. If there was a palate in your eyes, it'd be cleansed by now. Okay, now I'm back. You're looking at me. Are you seeing anything different about me? Is there anything that's registering for you that doesn't sit right? No, it's not my hair. My hair, what is with you people in my hair? It's just, this is my look. This is what I'm going for, this sort of disheveled, homeless look, which is strangely accurate. Still, no, it's not my hair. Anything else? No, it's not the photonic bombardment. We talked about that. It's not the beach or these birds that are trying to kill me. Some of you may have noticed it, and you're probably saying the answer right now. Others of you are not noticing, and I'm inclined to believe that many of you are not noticing, and this is problematic for me. I'll tell you what the problem here is. It's called aspect ratio. Aspect ratio. This image is compressed. This is not the proportion by which you should be viewing me. I am squished in a dimension that I have yet to decide because I'll do it in post. Okay, so let me ask you this question. When you're watching your new HD TV, do you ever see this effect happening? Because this is not right. This is not how you're supposed to view television. So I was at my parents' house. They wanted to watch a movie, and it's a movie that I actually own. Actually, my mom borrowed it from me. What? Oh, you want to know what the movie was? Well, I don't think that's so important. You don't need to know what movie it was. I mean, it's just a movie. It's not like it's relevant. Okay, so I like Notting Hill. We're not going to talk about that. No, we're done talking about that. Yeah, I like Notting Hill. I own it. I watch it. I could actually watch it consecutively over and over again. It's just such... Hugh, let's get past it. Watching this movie with my parents, and the whole time, we watched the whole movie, everyone's head was squished, and it was so irritating. I couldn't watch it. It was so distracting. It made it so I couldn't enjoy all the clever one-liners and bittersweet humor. I also have some other friends that when I go to their houses, they have those gigantic televisions that are like movie screens. You know, it's sitting on rocks is painful. They watch all these movies on this fantastic piece of video equipment, and what do they watch it on? They have their settings set to some bizarre thing where everything is crushed or squished or twisted into what it should not look like, instead of what it should look like, its actual aspect ratio. And this is because these television sets are set up to view movies at their actual aspect ratio, and people are not keeping up with the technology. Sure, they have the giant plasma screen, but they don't go into it to find how to best display a movie so that it looks like it's supposed to look. So when you're me and you go to their house, you end up sitting there for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, looking at everyone who now looks like this. And for me, it's like a scream in the face. It drives me insane. So I wanted to tell you guys, delve into your new televisions. Look for the aspect ratio or proportion aspect, which allows you to view a movie as it was made. Let me say that if you choose a setting that has the word zoom in it, you're doing something bad. It's not meant to be zoomed. It shouldn't be zoomed. When you zoom it, you're making it look like shit. Yeah, it's bigger. Bigger is not better. Actual size is better. Let it be its actual size, I beg you. And try to find the aspect ratio where people's faces look normal. With aspect ratio, you may not be able to tell whether it's squished flat or squished vertical until you see a face. The face is the giveaway. Everyone's face looks like this, and it's not right. This isn't what my face looks like, and it shouldn't look like that. And under extreme examples, it could look like this, or it could look like this. Would you watch a movie with it looking like this? Well, that's what it looks like to me when you only have it looking like this. Okay, I'm done ranting about that. How long has it been? 6 minutes? Okay, let's find something else to rant about.
Hi, I wanted to add a little bit of clarity to this video. Let's talk about aspect ratio. Okay, there are basically two different aspect ratios you're going to be dealing with your television. Well, there's a lot more, but let's just say two. First, 4:3. This is the old-fashioned aspect ratio that you found on most televisions. It's what all pre-HDTV television programs were shaped like. It's what VHS tapes were shaped like, and it's what full-screen DVDs were shaped like. However, there is another aspect ratio that's becoming the standard. It's 16:9. 16:9 is what HDTV is shaped like, what a lot of movies are shaped like, and DVDs marked widescreen. Now the problem happens when people try to watch a square-shaped movie, 4:3, in a 16:9 aspect ratio. The problem is you have this square inside a rectangle. The square doesn't fit inside a rectangle. There are going to be black bars on either side, and that's fine. But that's not what people are comfortable with because they don't like the bars. If they bought this big fancy widescreen television, they think the movie should fill the screen. So they change the aspect ratio of their television so that this square is stretched into a rectangle. The problem with that is that a square doesn't fit within a rectangle, and you get not only a destruction of visual quality, but also a distortion of that which is being portrayed on the screen. It's not a pretty thing. And the same thing happens when you try and put 16:9 into a 4:3 square. It becomes a rectangle inside a square, and that was originally called the letterbox format. People freaked out about those black bars because they thought something was being hidden instead of there just being nothing. So they wanted this to fill the whole screen, and that's where full screen DVDs came from. There are a lot of different widescreen formats, and the widescreen format of any given DVD or Blu-ray disc isn't necessarily going to be 16:9. But if you have your television set to widescreen, the widescreen aspect ratio, your television knows how to fit the appropriately sized rectangle inside this rectangle. And then you retain all of the image quality and the proper proportions for the people and objects in the image. Okay, back to the beach.
Okay, let's rant about this. I found this rock which vaguely resembles Pac-Man. Cool. Yeah. I think my car is going to get stolen. I should run and jump in the water. Yeah, well, that's what you want, but that's not what I'm going to do because it's frickin' too cold here to jump in the water. Actually, it may not be. I could jump in the water. I could CG it. I could make it look like I jumped in the water. I'm not going to do it. This used to be a brick. Now it's a rock. All these rocks are different. Okay, this lady thinks I'm crazy out here. No, don't look at her. The amusing thing is that so many dog walkers have stopped to observe the proceedings down here, because I'm inclined to believe that it's a bit of a rarity to see somebody sitting and talking to a laptop on this beach. But maybe not. This looks like a tooth, but it's not. Oh my god.